Here's a simple strategy that Kobe Bryant used to get over a 1997 playoff defeat where he shot 4 air balls within 5 minutes of each other, and how he ultimately used this to go on to be one of the greatest male players ever to play the game. This process is called a debrief. There's 4 questions to a debrief. It's very simple. First of all, we ask what actually happened. And then secondly, we ask what did we want to happen? And of course, quite often, we ask the third question, why was there a gap between what we wanted to happen and what actually happened? And then fourth, what do we want to keep the same? But then what must we also change in order to get closer to reaching our desired target? So let's use Kobe as an example here. Let's listen to him talk in an interview where he talked about that game and how he dealt with it and ultimately how he processed it and came out with a positive that then made him an even better player.
You kind of got to get over yourself. Like, it's not about you, man. Like, okay, you feel embarrassed. You're not that important. Like, get over yourself, right? Like, you're worried about how people may perceive you, and like you're walking around and it's embarrassing because you shot 5 air balls. And then after that, it's okay, well, why did those air balls happen? Got it. High school, year before, we played 35 games, max, right? Week in between, spaced out, plenty of time to rest. In the NBA, it's back to back to back to back to back to back to back. I didn't have the legs. So you look at the shot, every shot was online. Every shot was online, but every shot was short. Right? I got to get stronger. I got to train differently. The weight training program that I'm doing, I got to tailor it for an 82-game season so that when the playoffs come around, my legs are stronger and that ball gets there. So I look at it with rationale and say, okay, well, the reason why I shot air balls is because my legs aren't there. I go, well, next year they'll be there.
So some of the more perceptive of you would have picked up the 4 different questions that he answered from the debrief process. But if not, don't worry, we're going to go through that now. So question 1 was what actually happened? Well, Kobe shot 4 air balls and ultimately lost his team the game. Certainly played a big part in it. He was embarrassed and obviously very disappointed for himself and the team. Question 2, what did he want to happen? He wanted to score all of his shots, obviously, and help his team win the game and to be an effective member of the team. So now we've seen what actually happened and what he wanted to happen. We've naturally found this gap between them. So his conditioning wasn't at that point, he felt, up to NBA standards. He felt that his legs couldn't give him the power he needed for his shots. So what's he going to do about it is the ultimate question. So number 4, what should he keep the same and what changes? Well, he noted that all of his shots were actually online. So he felt happy that his technique was on point, but it was the conditioning he needed to improve to get his legs stronger, to give that extra bit of power and spring in order to get the ball to reach the net. That was our 4 questions for the debrief. That's how Kobe went from being a rookie who missed 4 air balls to ultimately use this process, I'm sure, many times through his career in order to become the 3rd highest point scorer of all time and a legend of the game. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.